elite and the rich, people like themselves. This comes out clearly in the recent white paper on population. The white paper is not concerned about the future welfare of ordinary Singaporeans. Instead, the white paper is all about the future of PAP. About how they can continue to be very rich and to stay in power. They will bring in 90,000 foreign workers every year to depress the wages of Singaporeans so that companies can make enormous profits and pay huge salaries and bonuses to CEOs and professionals. Minister salaries will also go up as they are benchmarked against the total pay of CEOs and professionals. So ministers will continue to draw million-dollar salaries even when the wages of ordinary Singaporeans go down. But when Singaporeans want to register their unhappiness, the PAP brings in new citizens to dilute our vote. 130,000 new citizens voted in the 2011 general election. Another 125,000 new citizens will be brought in to vote in 2016. That's about 12% of the total vote. I want to emphasize that we are not against the foreign workers in Singapore. You can't blame for wanting to you can't blame them for wanting to seek a better life and career. It is the government policy of continually importing foreign workers that we are against. We can understand why new citizens are grateful to the government. But gratitude is not servitude. It does not mean blind loyalty. You work hard to earn a living, but you will soon discover, like all citizens before you, that even then you have to struggle so hard just to feed your family and barely so. So do not vote PAP just out of gratitude. Because gratitude is about the past, not the future. Vote for the future, not the past. Be clear what the white paper is not about helping citizens, including new citizens. The white paper is a plot by the PAP to tighten its grip on Singaporeans with the help of new citizens. This is the real objective of the population white paper. Make no mistake about it. Have no illusion that PAP is looking after our interests. If they have the interests of Singaporeans at heart, they will do what other cities do in tackling the issues of an aging population and low total fertility rate. I visited Hong Kong and mainland China recently. They face the same population issues as Singapore, but solve them differently by tackling the root cause directly. I had discussion with experts who are professors at the University of Hong Kong. They told me Hong Kong's priority is to fix basic infrastructure first, particularly in housing and transport. At the same time, they seek economic growth outside Hong Kong, mainly southern China, so that business firms can grow without adding strain to public facilities in Hong Kong. Here in Singapore, the PAP does the exact opposite. They bring in more people, 90,000 foreign workers every year, before they have improved the basic facilities. So there will be more overcrowding, not less. How can this be in the interest of Singaporeans? DPM Teo Chee Hian visited Hong Kong last week, 1 month after my visit to the city. He brought along officials from the National Population and Talent Division to learn population planning from the Population Commission of Hong Kong. One commissioner, Mr. Paul Heap, told them, and I quote, "I shared how we might be obsessed with big numbers for GDP growth, but we need to think of what people want and the need to get their support," unquote. I hope PAP listened to what Mr. Yip said about the need to think of what people want. But don't be too hopeful. The PAP government only thinks of what they want for themselves. Whether they perform in their job or not, they take their $1 million salaries first and leave you to pick up the crumbs. Have they listened to your cries of despair over falling wages and rising cost of living, and about the difficulties of bringing up a family? If they had listened earlier and acted upon your worries, Singapore today would not have the problem of low birth rates. Because the fundamental cause of low fertility is the people's lack of confidence in the future. This has been seen all over the world throughout history. Which young couple will not think twice about having a child when it costs $900,000 to raise a child from birth through childhood, school and university, including private tuition in their school years? Who would dare to have a child when they do not have enough